16. 1995, Nissan Cedric Gran Turismo SV. When people hear Nissan Cedric, they usually picture a slow, boxy sedan hauling passengers through Tokyo traffic. But the Gran Turismo SV was something else entirely. Under its conservative body was a rear-wheel drive platform paired with Nissan's smooth RB Series inline 6. This particular trim often came with the RB25DE, a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter engine, pushing around 190 horsepower, making it one of the most balanced highway cruisers of its time. The SV stood for Special Version, and it lived up to the name. It had Sportier suspension tuning, better brakes, and interior features that made it feel like a Japanese alternative to European executive sedans. The power delivery was linear, and the engine was incredibly refined. It loved to be revved, and when paired with the optional manual transmission, it transformed the Cedric into something few people expected. This was a car that looked like it should be driven by a retiree, but performed like a weekend toy in disguise. It was reliable, built like a tank, and easy to modify if you wanted more. In the 1990s, it was one of Nissan's quiet masterpieces. From Japanese luxury to rally bloodline, we go from the streets to the gravel. The next car was built for the dirt, but still had a license plate and plenty of power. 15. 1996 Subaru Impreza Gravel Express. Before the WRX badge became a global icon, Subaru had another offbeat creation that blended rally tech with practical design. The 1996 Subaru Impreza Gravel Express was a rare, lifted, wagon-based performance car that came with all-wheel drive and turbocharged power. It was essentially a precursor to the Forester, but built on the lighter, more nimble Impreza platform. Under the hood sat a turbocharged EJ20 engine that made about 220 horsepower, depending on market and tune. This was no showpiece. It was built for actual gravel stages with reinforced suspension components and extra ground clearance. It had skid plates, roof rails, and rugged plastic cladding, all of which gave it the look of a rally machine ready to escape the city and hit the dirt. The magic was in its versatility. It could bomb through mountain trails during the day and still feel comfortable enough to take out on a dinner date at night. Nobody expected it to be quick, and that was the point. It was one of Subaru's strangest but most effective sleeper builds. Now from rally bred to regal, if you've made it this far, you're clearly one of the few who knows what real sleepers look like. Tap that subscribe button and stick around. We're just getting started. The next car is all about quiet power, rear-wheel drive balance, and a V8 that speaks softly but moves quickly. 14. 1996 Toyota Crown Majesta V8. The 1996 Toyota Crown Majesta looked like the kind of car a diplomat might be chauffeured in, and that was intentional. It was Toyota's flagship luxury sedan before Lexus fully took over that role, and it came packed with everything the brand could offer in refinement and technology. But hidden under its sleek, formal exterior was a 4-liter 1UZ FEV8, the same engine found in the Lexus LS400, producing around 260 horsepower. That engine alone gave the Majesta real sleeper potential. It was buttery smooth but delivered serious torque the moment you tapped the pedal. Paired with a rear-wheel drive layout and adaptive air suspension, the car floated on the road but never felt out of control. It offered a commanding driving experience, wrapped in thick sound insulation and polished wood trim. The Crown Majesta was never meant to race, but it was certainly able to run. With minor upgrades, the 1UZ could easily push closer to 300 horsepower. And since it looked like something a corporate executive would drive to a golf course, it never drew unwanted attention. It was calm, collected, and quietly fast. Let's step out of the executive suite and into the family van that could smoke your average sedan. Up next is a diesel-powered oddball that carried kids by day and torque punched like a freight train. 13. 1996. Mazda Afini MPV 4-wheel drive turbo diesel. The Mazda Afini MPV might be one of the most misunderstood Japanese vehicles of the 90s. It was technically a van, but in true Japanese fashion, Mazda decided to offer a turbo diesel 4-wheel drive version that could put more conventional cars to shame. This variant came with a 2.5-liter turbo diesel engine that made roughly 125 horsepower and plenty of torque, especially in the low to mid-range. What made it a sleeper was how little anyone expected from it. The boxy shape, sliding doors, and 3-row layout made it look like a soccer mom's dream. But when that turbo spooled, it could launch off the line with surprising urgency. The full-time 4-wheel drive gave it excellent traction in all conditions, and the added weight from the diesel setup actually helped plant it through long, sweeping corners. Inside, it had comfort features like a sunroof, soft cloth seats, and rear climate controls. But under all that, it was hiding a workhorse engine that was nearly impossible to kill. Few people have ever thought to modify one, which makes it even more of a ghost on the streets. This van did not play by the rules. From diesel torque and sliding doors, we now head back to wagons, but not just any wagon. The next Subaru looks tame, but GTB tells a very different story.